Saintly Suleka from Tangiers, a modern-day version, by Brennan Belinsky. Her name was Suleka. She was the daughter of an observant Jew from a very wealthy and important family, and two men fell in love with the beautiful girl. One was a hakam, or a very important scholar. The other was a very rich man. Her parents disagreed on who she should marry. The mother wanted her to marry the rich man, but her father wanted her to marry the scholar. Suleka did not want to become in between either of her parents, so she decided not to choose either one. And her father told the men to give her gifts to warm her up. Both men were very sad, and feuds broke out among the families of the two men. The whole city was in an uproar, and the matter came before the king, Mulai Abed Abraham. He sent for Suleka to see what she had to say. But when the king saw her, he fell in love and wanted her as a wife. Now both families were waiting for a response from the king. They sent flowers and they sent gifts. The king said he would make judgment in 3 days. So he sent for Suleka daily, then twice daily, then 3 times daily. The king said, "You are sweet, Suleka. There was no one like you. Neither boy deserves you. You shall be the king's wife." Now Suleka was smart and said, "If there be a Jewish king who desire me, I shall be his wife." And the king said, "Convert to my religion and become my wife." Suleka told her parents what the king had said, and they sent her to her aunt's house in Fez. And the king, well, he could not leave Tangiers or the beautiful Suleka. He could not eat or drink, and he was acting crazy because he wanted Suleka so bad. The king's servants went to get Suleka, but she was not there. He sent for her father, and the father said, "She will not convert." The king threatened the father, and what could the father do? He told the king that Suleka was in Fez. Well, the king went to Fez and sent his servants to get Suleka, and they wanted to take Suleka by force. So Suleka said, "But the king loves me, so you better not touch me with your impure hands." And when the servants told the king, he was furious. But what could he do? He loved her. So the king decided to go himself, so that Suleka will be honored in her family and her nation. He went to Suleka's aunt's house and said, "I love you, and I have come to fetch you to be my wife." Suleka, in response, said, "Are there no beautiful Muslim girls? Leave this Jewish girl alone." And the king, when he realized he couldn't convince Suleka, threatened her with death. Suleka stood proud and said, "I was born a daughter of Israel, and I will die a daughter of Israel." And the king went back to his palace and decided to take revenge on Suleka. He found false witnesses that said that she had mocked the Muslim religion and sentenced her to death. Suleka was killed and buried in Fez. Her grave is still called the grave of a righteous woman. And now an angelic light is in the heavens. The end.
שלום סלאם פיס, שלום סלאם פיס, שלום סלאם פיס, אפשרי גם כאן, לא רק בפריס או בניס או באבא באדיס, קוטקים מלאים אנשים, כולם דאנסים כי כולם מבסוטים, מחייכים רוקדים שרים, בשלום מברכים כי יש שלום סלאם פיס.